Okay, part two. So, to further explain what we're talking about here, basically, if we're eating something which has the energy inside, when we eat it, we get the energy. And that's what we want. When we're full of energy, we get these particles inside here. Instead of cooking it away and then eating it, there's still some of this energy inside after cooking, but not as much as when it's raw. So, we want it to be raw, living. We want it to be organic, just because we want just the food. Living, organic is living, and it allows microbes on the food to help create a good digestive system that produces various nutrients for us, like dopamine, serotonin, vitamin B complexes, vitamin K2, butyric acid, which is a fatty acid that repairs the gut and gives energy to the gut, and even it produces antioxidants and some proteins, amino acids. So the point is, real nature is different from a cake. It's whole. It has certain things. It has this stuff, the things that evaporate under light, heat, and oxygen. Here, inside, the nutrients are protected inside the bark and it goes into the food, the fruit or the leaf. And this way, it has the energy potential. It's like this, and then we eat it, and poof, and it pops into our uh, into us. And then when we have a lot of this vital energy, we get growth. You can see here, it's the same with hair on the head. If this was like a head, then you can see this looks like a hair. If these are the eyes, uh, this this is like a grown hair. So if you want hair, you have to eat this stuff, either with the seed or just the top. I think maybe this is the very best, but you have to eat a lot of sprouts in order to get enough protein in order for that to be sustainable. Some seeds are okay, like hemp seeds and some nuts, etc., just to get the amount of calories you need. But um, yeah, so to make all of this come to a full circle, everything is related. It's like when you're eating living food, when you're eating life, like the eyelashes grow longer, the hair grow longer, there are more hair on the head of men, for example. It's the person will be more enthusiastic, more inspired, more in his spirit, his or her spirit. So everything is connected, even the kindness, which we talked about with the Taurus field. Like when you are overflowing, when you're feeling great, you have a natural tendency to make other people feel great. It's like if a thing is warm, then it makes other things warmer. It's like your vibration, high vibrational states. This high vibe, this comes from this. It comes from freshness. So this is the difference between a cake and an apple. A cake can still have good minerals. It can have a shilajit inside. It can have herbs. It can have great dates and lots of good stuff. But we have to remember the things that might not be able to be seen under a microscope. But it can be seen by practical knowledge, and we can see this, and we can think. So, what are the things that have the most propensity to go up? What are the things that are anti-magnetic? The things that go up the torus field. Those are the things that we want. So, beauty, kindness, happiness, all of these things is basically simply being really, really healthy. So if you want to be happy, if you want to be the best version of yourself, if you want to be attractive, all of these things, it definitely helps just to eat really, really healthy. And it's cool to eat healthy. And if you believe anything other than that it's the best thing to just eat really healthy, then it's a lie. Like, unhealthy food does not taste better than healthy food. You can make this cake healthy, but when your tongue is really clean and your intestinal system have all the good probiotics in a balanced state, the communication with the brain actually makes you enjoy a fresh food like a papaya, etc., enormously. Like, you can reach taste states that are like beyond, much beyond what people have felt enjoy when they've eaten processed foods. Because people who eat processed foods, they usually have parasites or yeast or something like this, and they produce serotonin as a response to the intake of food for them, which communicates with the vagus nerve to the brain. But when they are not there, when you only have probiotics in balanced state, which is almost impossible to only have probiotics, but you get what I mean. When you're really, really clear, when you're eating the best foods, you basically enjoy food to the fullest, and it's the best taste. Because taste is an estimate of nutrition. And just as we can enjoy the taste of salt, etc., if the soil has more nutrients, including gold and other minerals that we don't even need, that we're supposed to have, if they are going into the tree in a balanced state, including platinum and many other precious metals that are good for us to eat inside the fruit in a balanced state, then you can taste it. You can taste how much minerals is inside the fruit. You can have up to like a double the amount of certain minerals or more. So seeing the truth about nutrition is really what makes the biggest difference in your life by far, I think, except other high priority things like showing love to the other people in your life, being a kind person, believing in yourself, and all of these things. But even your thoughts are extremely influenced by what you eat, because the structure in here is like divine synchronized elements, and as you eat it, you will experience more divine synchronicity because your brain and your body is balanced and it can receive all the information in the world, and you have more coherent thoughts because the food that you're eating is more coherent, and there's less work to try to clean up everything of all the leftover particles from the cooked foods, which is like half of it is unusable by the body, or even up to 80%, while the raw food can be so much more usable. And if they say like, okay, half is usable, what does that mean for the other half? Are they perfect? I don't know. So if you get enough, and it's fresh and it's balanced and it's raw and it's living, and of course plant based, like pure natural, I think it makes a lot of sense for us to go pick the food that is just there on the tree. If, like, for example, one time I was in a place with 20 exotic fruit trees right outside a lawn. It was like just a little bit of garden patch, and they had 20 fruit trees producing persimmon, kaki, apple, and avocado and guava. It was just right there, and he was just shaking the tree, and it dropped like 5 different fruits per tree. So it's somewhat more, somewhat less, but it just shows like what is optimal paradise, what is nature, how are we eating, is there a difference between this and this, which we can see here as it is cooked. It dissolves, like it has a potential energy state. When the apple drops to the ground, it gradually dissolves the energy into the environment, and it goes into the soil. And the soil, again, with the microbes, and the tree pulls it up. So, where do you think it's best to eat? Something smashed, like the cake, or something fresh? So, again, if you prioritize correctly and you learn how all of this connects, then it will be a very enjoyable life for you. And if you're in general just a kind person and you do what you love and you contribute positively to other people and you eat the way that nature intended as much as possible, of course, you don't have to be perfect, but why not? If you can be perfect with your eating, it probably will give you results beyond your wildest imagination of what's possible. Like, remember, people, not many people are eating optimally, but those who do, if you've found some of them, you can see they have amazing appearance. Like, they are 70 or 70 plus and they look 40. They have extreme endurance.